Bungie has angered the Destiny 2 community with this nonsensical update that's happening in the Edge of Fate. We're going to break down the whole story for you here, so let's start from the beginning. Obviously, there's a ton of quality of life changes coming with the Edge of Fate. One of those changes is that they simplified the entire damage system in Destiny 2. So when you shoot an enemy in the head or in the body, you're going to get a unified number across all enemy types, across all activities. So it'll be much easier to calculate optimal damage and, to compare one gun to another. All of these changes are really, really good quality of life changes that a lot of people are praising for the Edge of Fate. However, mixed in there are some really nonsensical ones, like this one right here. This comes to us from one of the Edge of Fate reveals, and it shows that Incandescent, which is a perk that you can get on various different weapons inside Destiny 2. I'm sure you're familiar with it if you've been playing the game in the last couple years. It reads, obviously, defeating a target spreads a longer lasting scorch to those nearby. Now, this description is exactly accurate to what this perk does. More powerful combatants and opposing guardians cause scorch in a larger radius. Excellent. However, you can enhance particular traits in Destiny 2, and when you do so now in the future, it says enhancement provides a unique perk benefit. Just completely vague. For what reason? I mean, you literally already have text in here. Why can't we just explain what the perk does? This is a very bizarre change to Destiny 2. This is very uninviting to new players as well, because now when you're trying to wonder, well, what does enhanced incandescent do? You're going to have to go search it up on some third-party site, right? You're just pushing new players down the endless rabbit hole of having to be a super nerd just to play this game, which is a problem that a lot of people have been talking about for many years. Bungie responds right here saying this: ask the team about the enhanced incandescent description. Long short, we showed a bit of how we're pulling more stats, descriptors, and info into the game, but some things will still leave a bit for you to discover through gameplay. Specifically, this is a vague description invoking "try me. I do something more rare and difficult to define," to which the community almost unanimously responded saying, "No, Bungie, this is not the right approach. All right, this is not how you get people into Destiny 2. You already have the space here to describe what the perk does. Just describe what it does, like you've been doing for a very long time. If there's not enough space to go through every little nuance of how this perk works, that's fine. We can leave that to third-party sites. But really, we need the stuff in-game. So that way people who get these weapons with this perk can understand how the game works without having to search an endless rabbit hole of information from content creators like myself, from spreadsheets, from Google Docs, wherever you have to find this information, right? It can get a bit crazy. I myself find a lot of information from websites like D2 Foundry or light.gg. They're extremely helpful, but even they don't have everything. So you have to search like high and low and find crazy, obscure websites that have just the most bizarre information necessary, right? Which makes being a Destiny 2 player significantly more taxing. You just have to spend so much time just to understand things that should be relatively simple to understand, like how a perk on a weapon works. Right, you play the game, these weapons drop, you want to understand what they do. Now, this sentiment is not my opinion particularly. I'm just going off through all the different comments we have here. We got Mr. Raffle Waffle saying this is categorically not the place to be purposely vague. That's true. There is a time and a place to be vague about particular things in the game, but perk descriptions is not one of them. Would love for you to reconsider this approach. Flies in the face of the UX improvements you guys are targeting, which is also true. They've improved the UI with the new special ammo meter and the heavy ammo meter. All really good changes. So that way it's significantly more transparent when you're going to get a special ammo brick and heavy ammo brick to drop. I love those changes. I'm pro transparency in the game. Being purposely vague is just silly, right? We have another comment here saying, this is slightly annoying to me because someone had to put text there. So why didn't they just put what it does? LOL. Another individual went on to say, stuff like this is why Destiny 2 is a wiki game. And to be fair, what enhanced incandescent does is actually pretty unique compared to a lot of other perks. So it would actually take a pretty specific descriptor. Thankfully, this individual provided this. It says right here, having Ember of Ashes equipped or killing higher tier targets each increase the amount of scorch applied by 5 stacks. That's exactly what this perk does. And you can find that out by going to a third-party website. You can't find it out currently by just reading the perk in game, even though there's plenty of room here. We could easily put this description in here, right? There is no reason to be this vague, Bungie. We're making all these excellent quality of life changes for the Edge of Fate. Let's keep that momentum rolling. Let's keep the game more new player friendly in hopes that, you know, maybe some new players will actually come along during this period of time. I mean, I'm skeptical of it because right now we haven't really had any release that's, you know, other than like quality of life updates, right? We haven't had anything that's like really going to excite a ton of new players to hop in, but maybe that will all change, you know, when people see the new raid, perhaps. I don't know how successful the Edge of Fate is going to be overall, but one thing I do know is that purposely vague perk descriptions is a terrible idea. Let me know if you agree or disagree down in the comment section below. And if you want to stay up to date on all things Destiny 2, make sure you subscribe to the channel here with notifications on, smash the like button for me, and click on the screen now to watch another video from the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.